Two special friends to be here with this morning, Rob and Beatrice. They're friends of mine from Village Church, and I want them to come forward at this time because I want to ask them some questions in regards to their journey. You're going to hear a lot more about their journey this evening at the concert, but I wanted you to hear their personal journey, not what they're doing, but their own personal journey. Now, Beatriz, your last name ends with a Z. That's not how we spell Beatrice here in North America. Where are you from?
I'm from Brazil.
Any Brazilians here? We need to get some Brazilians in here. They cook good. Awesome food. And Rob, that's an American name.
Very American.
Yeah. How does a Brazilian meet an American?
Well, I was born here in Michigan, so I'm a native Michigander, I guess. And Beatrice, you came to Andrews to study, right? And she was studying piano performance, getting her master's, and she played at our church, Village Church. And every now and then I would wander over to Village Church. I was a wandering member from church to church, you know. And I'd wander over to the Village Church, and she said, and she can comment anytime, but I heard, this is my version of the story, that she said that there was a guy staring at her in the front row. And every time she would go and play, this guy would be staring at her in the front row. And,
who was that guy?
Well, I guess it was me. And then she said she really knew that this guy liked her when, I guess, you know, the choir didn't have a lot of time to practice and they didn't do too well. And this guy came up to her after church and said, "Wow, that was just great music." And she's like, "Oh, I kind of had a sense that maybe you liked me." So I was not hidden at all.
Is this accurate, Beatriz?
Yeah, it's pretty accurate.
Okay.
We've been working on that, so
you didn't
doing a
mind
good job.
being stared at while you were playing?
No.
By him. Amen. Now, Beatriz, just a little bit. How did you end up here in the United States? You were born in Brazil. How did the Lord create this journey that you ended here?
You know, it's been my dream to come to do piano in the U.S. My first experience leaving the country was when I went to France, but my dream was to get to go to Europe and then come to the U.S. to continue my music education. And the Lord has opened the doors. In 2001, I came to Andrews. So.
Were you a roaming member too?
No. First I came, I was attending PMC, but I had some friends that invited me to go to Village Church to play for the choir. So then I moved. I pretty much moved my membership from Brazil to Village Church. So, and that's where I am.
Until this guy started staring at you.
Yeah.
Then it became more concrete.
One of his wonders, so he stopped there.
So this passion of yours for piano took you from Brazil to France to the United States.
Yes.
It's a wonderful thing what a passion can do when you pursue that. Now, Rob, tell us a little bit about your path, your journey. What are you passionate about?
Well, I grew up with I guess, a skill for artistic things, and I draw a lot, and I went to school and got a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree, and so after I got out of school, I got a job doing graphic design and photography, and I like doing that along with traveling. My first mission trip I went on was when I was 14 in Pathfinders. Here, I don't know if you remember a teen mission. They went to Haiti, and then they went to the Dominican Republic, and I went on that. And so I enjoyed traveling. I didn't like to really spend money on food, but I would always save up my money to go see things, go places.
Maybe that's why I never went too far.
Those are my two passions of art, design,
And
traveling, and witnessing as well.
Okay. Passion for piano, passion for arts and traveling. Let's fast forward a little bit. What began to happen about 4 years ago in your personal life that would give us a context of when God stepped in?
Yeah, I think just a little before, 4 years ago, if we start a little bit farther back, 2003, when Beatrice and I first got married, things are going pretty good. I meet this wonderful girl, I have a really good job. And I had been in that job for a while, and the owners were working on, selling it off to myself. And so I saw lots of business opportunities, and we were getting married, and she had enough money. She was paying off her school. My school was already paid off. So we felt like things were pretty good.
Financially?
Yeah. And in our lives, with our family, health in our family, and, love. But then, as you were saying, about 4 years ago, it just seems like that everything that we were building started to fall apart. Like I mentioned, this business that I was, that was doing well, prior to that, things started shrinking. I mean, the whole economy, we called it, we're in the recession. And especially here in Michigan, working with designers, as a designer with the auto industry and people that supply the auto industry, plastics people, manufacturers, all these people were tightening their belts. And so we were seeing our business shrinking. And, we had built up, we had at one point 10 employees, and then I had to shrink it down to 5, and it kept shrinking, and we'd watch the payables go up and the receivables go down, and pretty soon I had a partner that said, you know what, I'm done. And I was looking at where I was and seeing that, that we just had this pile of debt. And, Beatrice and I, we were trying to be fairly frugal with our money and live debt-free. We were working on having our cars paid off, working on paying off our house. But just this, surmountable wave started coming over us. And we felt like we were in the bottom of a pit, with nowhere to go. And so I think that's kind of what you were mentioning about what happened 4 years ago. That's
financially, you guys became void, and became not just void, but actually in debt, an enormous amount of debt. What happened to your house during this time?
Yeah, well, so beginning, I guess 4 years ago, beginning of 2008, that's when, employees left, partner left. We're trying to take care of this business debt of, with the properties and things of over $500,000.
And on top of everything, since we were feeling pretty good the previous year, we felt that we could bring my nephew here, a 13-year-old, to go through Ruth Murdoch and give him a taste of
Christian education.
Christian education, and also learn English. So on top of everything, we had this kid to pay through his school. So it was like one more thing to add. Mm-hmm.
So we wanted to keep to that commitment. And it just seemed like when we brought him, and then one of our cars went into the ditch. The other, it was snowing. It's about February. This is now beginning of 2009. We have another little Honda that's out in the parking lot. And one day I just went out. It was covered with snow. I went out, got something in the trunk, shut the trunk, and then the back glass just decided to cave into my car. you know, and we had just, you know, wrecked the truck like a week before. And, you know, I wasn't getting paid from, you know, I was just working hard to pay business debt. And